Thanks for watching my video. This is a full review of the Lillebaby Serenity Airflow. Like and subscribe if you enjoy. Thanks.
Hi, I am a mom to two girls and I do reviews on products for babies and kids, or just moms, parents. And the one I'm doing today is the Lillebaby Serenity, and this is the Airflow. So it is a nice mesh material both on the inside as well as the outside. Now, this is my all-time favorite carrier. I love this thing. It is extremely worn because I wear it every single day, literally every single day, and I have since my daughter was about 6 months old and I got it. She's now just over a year. So I also use this with our toddler, who is now 2.5, and it is still extremely comfortable with her. Some of my absolute favorite features are the lumbar support, which is great when you are front carrying a smaller or even a larger baby and you want them in the front. That really genuinely does help with some of the back pain. And then it is actually really nice too in the front because if you want to control the stomach a little bit, it helps with that, but then also you have this really handy pocket, which is awesome. And the Serenity is one of the few Lillebaby carriers that you can use this lumbar support for a really, really petite frame without having to do little adjustments or modifications. So I personally really struggle with the Pursuit line with the lumbar support. But the Serenity, because it overlaps on both sides and it tightens on both sides, there is so much more room. I mean, you can see that is a very, very small diameter. So this will fit just about anybody. I mean, honestly, I think my 2.5-year-old can fit this. So I do love that. This is one of the nice features. It has the tightening and loosening on both sides. It has these nice little straps that you can use this to put that up. So it just kind of cleans up, because one of the things that some people don't like about soft structured carriers that have all of these buckles and belts and adjustments is that they feel like there are straps everywhere. But you can just take every single one of those once you have it exactly how you like it, and then you just put them all like this. And so you just have these tiny little tails, and you can just make, the little adjustments that you need going forward after you have it figured out a little bit more. So all of the soft structured carriers that Lillebaby makes have this headrest. It snaps down into place, and then when you want to use it, you just unsnap and it clips right into place. This is really handy when your child gets a little bit taller, but also extremely handy when you have a really little one and you want to support their head. Or I actually use this a lot while breastfeeding in a carrier because it provides support and keeps baby's head in place, but it also provides a little bit more privacy. Actually, nobody ever really knows what I'm doing, so that's really nice. I don't have people staring or gawking, which does still happen. But yeah, so that is really handy. I love this feature. It's one of the reasons I fell in love with the Lillebaby carriers. And then it has a snap-on hood, which hopefully I will find that and insert a little clip of me using that. And it has a nice mesh pocket right here, right on top. And then on the side, it has this huge pocket. I don't know if you can see that, but bigger than my hand, by far. And then it also on the waistband has this nice quick access pocket, which again is just super handy to have all of this space you basically don't even need a diaper bag when you have this. I can fit snacks, diapers, you know, keys, whatever, my phone. This is, it was originally designed for a water bottle, but honestly, usually I end up putting my phone in there, although I do on occasion put toys or a water bottle, but I tend to put my phone here. When we're on a hike, though, it is handy for this, you know, having the water bottle in there. So, with the Lillebaby Serenity series, it's unique in that there are 3 super easy to adjust seating positions. None of the other lines have this. They only go from narrow to wide. This one is unique in that it actually has the 3 seating positions. So you can go from narrow when you have a newborn or a baby that's at least, you know, they recommend a minimum of 7 pounds. And this is narrow seat if you want to do legs in. This typically works till about 6 months. And then as your baby gets a little bigger, you can switch it to middle seat. And this is kind of a game changer for the Lillebaby carriers, because before the Serenity series came out, most babies did not fit wide seat until about a 12 to 18 month pant size, which meant you couldn't back carry until 12 to 18 month pant size. My 13-month-old barely fits wide seat in the other carrier, so I still would be right on the edge of being able to back carry her, which would be very frustrating for me personally because I love back carry. So yeah, this early back carry is amazing, and you can do that in middle seat. And then you also have wide seat for your older babies. This is usually, again, about a 12 to 18 month pant size, just like the Pursuit and Complete lines. Every baby's a little different, so you just need to test it with your baby and see how long their legs are. And then the other thing you can do with a newborn is actually use this in a wide seat. And they have a pillow that comes with it, or you can roll up a receiving blanket and have them have their legs tucked in the little fetal froggy position. So you have 2 options with newborns. I see a lot of people confused, and they think that they cannot wear a newborn without some kind of insert, and that's not accurate. You can do the legs out as a newborn, minimum of 7 pounds, in narrow seat. And then if you want to do wide seat, you do not have to buy the pillow. You can just roll up a receiving blanket. The pillow is kind of handy because you don't have to roll up a receiving blanket, but it is not necessary. So those are some of the things I love about this carrier. And honestly, trying to think of something I don't like about this carrier. When I first bought it, I actually didn't even notice this until somebody else mentioned it, and then I noticed it started happening, is that the strap can get twisted within the buckle. But now that I know that that can happen, I just pay a little bit more attention and ensure that I'm pulling it straight. But it is actually really easy to, you just add a little more room, and then you can easily flip it inside and out. So now it's all messed up, and it's not going to tighten right. But then you just flip it back. So while it is annoying if you're not prepared for that, it is really easy to fix. And if you just ensure that you're pulling straight, I haven't had an issue with it since I started paying attention to that. And honestly, I don't even pay attention anymore. It just happens. That, and actually, no, there's one other thing. The only other thing that I wish they changed a little bit is this. It is awesome that it's hidden away, but it is not very it's not very stretchy. It's not very easy to access, especially when you're not familiar with it. I really, really wish that they would have created a little more adjustability with this one thing. And then they do have these PFAs. They're the perfect fit adjusters. So you can have this all the way out. Or if you need to create it a little bit tighter fit, then you can pull that up. And I don't know if you can tell, but that folds up all this material and makes it even more fit, which is really nice, especially for petite bodies. But yeah, this is the Lillebaby Serenity Airflow in Artichoke, and it is my absolute favorite carrier. Some tips and tricks with any carrier, any Babywearing carrier, is if it has these aren't just for fun. You want to make sure that you place the buckle through, click into place, and then you want to make sure that that tail is out. This actually does matter. With our toddler, she actually discovered this one here, this little buckle, and she loves to sometimes undo it, but it catches. And if you didn't have that in place, your baby or toddler could potentially fall if that gets unhooked for some reason. So that is a really important step to make sure, is that on any of these buckles that are used, make sure that they are actually through that safety elastic. And then one other thing with the, I'm pretty sure all Lillebaby carriers, but again, just something I love about the Serenity is this double. It loosens and tightens both directions, which doesn't sound like it's actually that big of a deal, but I had an ergo that was, well, I have two ergos that were one-way adjustable. I think ergo does now have a two-way adjustable shoulder strap, but the ones I had did not. And it was incredibly frustrating when I was front carrying my smaller baby, because to tighten, you had to sit there and try to pull like this, so I would end up sitting there going like this, trying to tighten it, and it was extremely frustrating. So having the easy ability to just whoop, that is actually really handy. So if, regardless of the brand of baby carrier you're buying, I would genuinely suggest a two-way adjustable shoulder strap. It's really handy. And then something that not everybody knows, I didn't with when I had an ergo, I actually had to have a friend show me this. It was before I had discovered the Lillebaby carriers. When you are using your chest or back clip, it adjusts. You can lift it up really high, or you can have it down really low. When you're putting on your baby, you have them in. Some people find it easier to do it up here. That can cause a little more neck and back pain. I personally like to have them down low, and then I can easily just reach back here and click it into place. And it really helps to support the weight a lot better. It distributes all of that weight much nicer. And then it's pretty easy to undo as well. So yeah, that is the Lillebaby Serenity Airflow. I do have the All Seasons as well, and I will do a full review on that one, and also I'll just insert a clip of that one so you can kind of see some of the difference. But I really do. This is my favorite. Even in the PNW where we have a ton of rain, we use rain suits, or Lillebaby does have a rain cover that covers baby from head to toe, has a little hood, covers the carrier, covers their legs, and it is really handy to have as well. So yeah, this is my go-to. Okay, so this is the Lillebaby Serenity All Seasons, and I'm just going to point out a couple of the little differences. The main difference between the two is that this is all mesh and has these two amazing pockets. And because it is mesh, it's just softer and stretchy is not the right word. It's just softer and more cozy feeling. Whereas, while this is an awesome carrier and it's very cozy too, I just don't find it as cozy feeling, and I don't like not having the pockets. I'm a pocket person. We hike a lot and I like pockets. I don't want to have to carry another bag. I don't want to have to deal with that. And so that is basically my only gripe with this one. So if pockets aren't a big deal to you, you'll probably love this one. They have beautiful colors and prints. I just really love my pockets. But what this one does is you take this and you just fold it down into that little space right there. And then you have a nice little mesh panel. It goes all the way through. So if it is really hot outside, you can use that, have the mesh, and then if it's colder, you can lift this up and provide a little bit more insulation for your baby. And then it does have this little pocket up here at the top, and it also does have the attachable hood, which is great when baby's sleeping, just like the Airflow. And it does have this tiny little pocket here, but it's small, and I like pockets. I know I sound insane, but yeah. So it does, and if I was gonna do if I was gonna get one carrier, I would personally get the Airflow, but if they didn't have the Airflow, I would get the Serenity All Seasons. And that's if I'm getting one. There are a lot of perks to a bunch of the different carriers, but if you're getting one, 100%, I would say the Serenity line, and that is because of the early back carry, early hip carry, early hip carry. You can hip carry as well as forward face, inward, and then on your back as well. But yeah, with the Serenity line, early back carry, early hip carry, and then also, even if you're still carrying baby in the front from about 6 to 12 months or until they're in a 12 to 18 month pant size, having that middle seat really helps to ensure baby's getting a really good position for their hips. It can be a little bit more tricky and narrow when they're not quite ready with the complete or pursuit lines. So that's another reason I really love the Serenity line, is that easy, you're getting baby in the right position every time and you don't have to put as much work into it, which is always nice, especially when you're new to baby wearing and you're not sure what you're looking for in the hip alignment and everything else like that. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions and I will try to answer them the best I can, either in the comments or in another video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.